my time with.
What was it like playing with Jay? You know, Jay's in Nashville now.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard Jay's down here. I've heard different stories. He was good. You know, it was. I was so excited when we got him, man. We traded 2 first-round draft picks for him and our quarterback Kyle Orton for him in 2000, which I was pissed about because I love KO.
Really?
KO was my guy, man. That dude was great. He was a good quarterback. So we traded him for Jay, which I mean, it was irrelevant because we got Jay Cutler. We're good. We got a Pro Bowl quarterback. And the first year we had, I broke my wrist. I missed the whole season. Broke my wrist the first game against Green Bay and missed the whole season. So the first year I was out, and then the next year we go to the NFC Championship game. We lose. He hurts his knee in the second quarter. Everyone says he wasn't hurt. What? You guys remember that shit?
Vaguely, man.
Man, the media gave him.
You see all the antics of him being on the sideline and looking like he doesn't care.
Yeah. I've heard all that. I've seen all the pictures. So they said, you know, he tore his MCL in the second quarter. Kept trying to play. The media said he just copped out because we were getting beat. Whatever.
What do you think?
Fuck no, he was tough. Jay was tough. I don't care what anyone says, man. That dude, he dislocated his thumb the next year and played the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he's a bitch. He ain't no bitch. So the dude played the rest as long as he could, but he was hurting our team by being in there because he couldn't throw. He couldn't step into a throw with a torn MCL.
Right, because he has a cannon on him.
Yeah, dude. Oh, you think so? You talk about a guy that can make any throw? That's the guy right there. But I'd practice. I'd be like, holy shit. How is he getting these balls in here? It was unbelievable to watch him throw the football. But we just couldn't get it all together. I don't know what it was. We just couldn't figure it out. Those couple of years we had him.
Because there was a time where you had mentioned to the media that you feel like you guys lost your identity running the ball, playing good defense because you guys were growing into more of like a pass happy team.
And I think that's when the league may have started evolving towards that as well. But man, when we ran the ball, we were really, really good. There's a lot of years there. We were top 5 in the NFL in rushing, and it helped our defense too, man. We were on the sideline. You know, you run it 3 times in a row, you get a first down, we're resting. And there was some times there where you give them a short field, you know, turn it over in some bad spots. It hurts your team. So, not that Jay did that, but it's going to happen with every team.
Right.
But you look at Tennessee right now. You run the football, good things happen. Play action,
play good
defense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you play good or if you run the football, you're going to be fresh on defense. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
and we always did that under Lover. We always ran the ball. We always played good defense.
Yeah, the Titans, man, the running game, screen game, play action game.
And they got rid of that AJ Brown. I could not believe that trade. I don't watch the draft or any of that shit. But I saw a thing. I was like, they just traded AJ Brown.
Their hand was kind of forced. I feel like
by him.
I mean, think about how much business goes on in the NFL.
For sure. Yep. No doubt.
If you're like, you know, if you have the opportunity to get paid, you want to get paid.
Yes.
Now, however, the cap, however the owner wants to have cash friendly money, you got another year on your contract. If a player doesn't want to be there bad enough, it's gonna be hard to find the happy medium if they're wanting big dollars.
Yes, which he got.
So, and I know that they loved AJ. I know AJ loved playing here, but it seemed like there was probably a discrepancy in what the asking price was because who paid old buddy down in what was it, Miami? Somebody signed somebody from the Cardinals.
Hill.
It was the Jags signed Christian Kirk.
That's right.
Oh, he got paid.
Got paid. And that opened up the entire wide receiver market. So guys are like...
He was their third guy, too. He was their third guy in Arizona, right? Yeah. It was D-Hop, and then it was... they had another good receiver. Maybe it was a second. Yeah, Fitz was there, but this is... Oh, Larry, you're right.
AJ Green, but I don't know if AJ Green was the actual 2.
Yeah, so they had some dudes, because we live in Arizona, so we see all their games on TV.
Yeah.
Not that they're the first ones I look for, but damn, he did get paid a shit ton. Good for him.
So that opened up the entire market. So when all this stuff is going on, AJ was sitting out of OTAs. Apparently there was back and forth in the negotiations to where it's like, damn, if you're going to hold out potentially in training camp or the season, that can really, like, knowing Vrabel, knowing that culture, like if you're going to disrupt that, like, damn, we got to make a decision now.
Yeah.
So you kind of like had to cut your losses, try to get something from it.
Get it, yeah. And they run the ball, so you know.
True.
I like Tannehill too. I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Took a lot of heat, man.
Took a lot of heat,
man. The Bengals game, that was it. Fucking Joe Burrow's good, man.
Joe Burrow's
that dude's good, man.
They got an offense too. Like you got Joe Burrow on their rookie deal.
March,
you could just
you're
build
right.
around
That's
him.
how you got to do it because you got to
all your pay the linemen.
Yep.
Like
if they don't keep him upright, it's not gonna be pretty.
Right.
Because that dude gets hit a lot. But if they
Chase, you're right, bro.
Dude is unbelievable. And you look at that's the same thing. Kansas City did. They got Mahomes.
Yeah.
And they got they're really good on his rookie deal, and then they pay him and. You can't pay some other places as well. That's the way it goes. That's just.
They lose Cheetah to Miami.
I could not believe that trade either.
No. Dude, the NFL can get wild with the drama.
I don't get it.
You stayed all 13 years in Chicago.
Yes.
Now, is that something that you wanted to do the entire time? I feel like there's got to be some good give and take there.
I was never a free agent. I never got close to being a free agent. So they redid my rookie deal with 2 years left on it. They gave me a 9-year extension, which was
hang on.
Back then
2 years left on your deal, and they gave you a
9-year extension. Yeah. Well, it's actually 7 years because I had to play the last 2 years, but it was actually a 7 years. But they called it 9 years because it was redo. Blah blah blah. It was dumb for me to sign it, but it was it was a lot of money up front. Back then, I matched the highest paid middle linebacker, which was good. And then I got a 1-year extension after 5 years into that deal. I got a 1-year extension after that as well.
5 years into that 7-year extension, that was like 9 years you had to play.
Yes.
5 years into that one, they gave you another extension for one more year.
1 year. It ended up being 1 year, $18 million added on to the end of my contract with a bonus then, and then kick it in at the end as well. So I played all 13 years. I was a free agent at the very end when they fired Lovey, and then we couldn't figure out a deal for me to go back, which probably was better anyway because I didn't want to play for anyone but Lovey. So it worked out perfect.
But did you want to stay in Chicago? Did you want something to work out there?
If Lovey was there, hell yeah.
Like at that moment when you were becoming a free agent, because you're obviously on the back end of your career. Like you played 13 years.
I was done, dude. My knee was shit.
You feel like you want to be done playing. There's a part of you that's like, man, like I don't want to be bored. Like the camaraderie, like you're around the same guys all the time.
Yes.
Like, was there a part of you that was pissed off because you guys couldn't reach something?
Yes, and then a part of me that was happy as well.
Right, because now that you're removed, you look back, you're like, it was the right move.
Best thing that could happen to me.
In that moment, I'm sure that there was like,
I was like, why can't I think
you're probably like, yo, I am Chicago.
No, I wasn't like that. I didn't like the way they handled it. They fired our GM the year before, and I don't see how the fuck you fire Lovey after you go 10-6. You fire Lovey, we go 10-6. We didn't make the playoffs. We got Minnesota decides to beat Green Bay on the last game of the year, and they haven't beat Green Bay in like 5 years. They beat Green Bay, knocked us out of the playoffs. And then they fired Lovey, and I was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" I couldn't. And then they didn't win 10 games like the next 7 years. Anyway, after Lovey left, they had a hard time winning games.
With like you're like happy and also like you want him to do well, but like
it's just like, why fire the guy? I mean, he didn't. I know why they fired him because the new GM was a weirdo and he didn't like winning, so he fired Lovey.